Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's me. I'm here. Ooh, some chocolate. I don't know if these are going to be any good. They've been in the fridge a while. Okay, the wrapper looks good. What's the chocolate look like? Does it look? Oh, it looks like normal chocolate on the inside too. Smells okay, like a marble. Let's see if the inside of the chocolate is okay. Insides are nice too. Huh. Hello, whoever you are who has just joined. Is it Labellic? Is it Phil? Is it Lee? We haven't seen Lee tonight. No, I don't think it'll be Lee. Is it Andy back from whatever he was doing? Oh, we've got another one. It must be Phil. That's two watches. That's when I get two. That's normally Phil. Oh crap! I've got the audio on again. Don't want to hear them. Listen to my ugly voice. And it's Phil. It's not. Oh, it's not Phil. Okay, so wait. So, sorry if you watched this back, Phil, for thinking it was you, mate. Sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to. How you going, Phil, mate? How are you, buddy? Definitely feeling a lot better than I did last night. I think we all have those off nights, and it is stuff away from racing that's getting me down at the moment. God, this truck's a beast. I think we had a pretty good stream tonight, actually, in the end. Had some good races. I was frustrated at myself, not really the game. I know the game's got its problems, but Honestly, most of my problems are actually stuff away from GT7, just personal stuff. Things with work are really quiet suddenly. I don't know why. When one other limo driver's got 25 jobs over the next week, and I'm only got 5. I don't know what's going on. It feels like they're punishing me, that I've done something to upset them. And if so, stop! What the oh, I'm stopping, but I'm still accelerating. That's stupid me. Stop? Okay, I was wondering. Turn that off. Refuel. I'm planning to have a word. Honestly, I've kind of needed the break at the moment. I'm just a bit, at the moment, and so rather than not giving me the work, I'm just kind of, at the same time, needed the break. Honestly, I need a holiday. I really, really need a good break. And believe me, if I had the money, my holiday would be taking up Wayne Corliss's offer, which still stands. Yeah, I would love to go to England, catch up with some of you guys. I'd miss my streaming though. I'd love to fulfill my dream, and I really, really, really. If there's any dream I've wanted in my whole life, is to drive the Nürburgring. Wayne Corliss is serious, and he claims to be, about letting me drive his BMW. The metal beams 1 and metal rolls 1. So metal beams, okay. Okay, so we need to get that to there, and I think the best way still is to go back along the road. The quickest way, so that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, it'd be awesome to meet up with some of you guys. I'd be nervous, to be honest. I'd be really, really nervous, because you might not believe this, Phil. I actually am a very shy person. Very shy. It was hard doing these YouTube stuff, because you know, you kind of have to put yourself out there, and yeah, just other aspects. This being single, coming in this house, it's just a mess. Whole lot of aspects are just really getting me down. Wait a second, I need to just turn so it's got the bloody it's got to have chat on the app. Turn that off. Don't need that now. What? What was that, Phil? You know, I'm half deaf. I'm not joking, no bullshit. I cannot and never have heard anything out of my right ear. My right ear is... I've got nerve deafness in my right ear. So if I'm walking with you and I put you to my right ear, it means I don't like you. Or I don't want to talk to you. You've upset me if I put you on my right hand side. My left ear is great. Perfect hearing in my left ear. But my right ear, nothing. I was born with nerve deafness in my right ear. Which sucks not being able to hear proper stereo. Headsets, you don't really get the full sound of the car in your right. I can get vibrations come through from the right ears, so I kind of have an idea. Like with racing games, I can kind of hear the to my right. Well, if you can't, why do you keep bitching about my voice and you can't hear me? Huh? Yeah, I must say it's frustrating because my father is so deaf that it's really hard. The only real way to talk to him is via email. No wonder why your neighbours hate you then. Especially when I scream and yell. Sorry about that. must be blowing up the speakers, or your neighbours going, what the fuck? You know, what's also embarrassing for me is I lost it yesterday in the stream, as you guys probably heard. I was yelling, I really yelled at her. My neighbour came and asked if I was okay this morning because he heard me yelling. I forgot I had my windows open and you could hear everything, apparently. So yeah, bit of a wake up call to me, but when you're stressed, yeah, anything can set you off, and I was frustrated mostly at myself. I was frustrated mostly at myself yesterday. But just everything going on in my life at the moment. I think that's probably why a lot of you guys are sub me, because I'm real, you know. I'll lose it. I'm not trying to be someone I'm not. I think that just reminds me, I want to check on something. Back in a second. I wanted to see if that Foxy lady was on Marge's stream to say thanks for a good race, but she's not, so she must be still racing. LeBellic's in the house! How are you, bro? How are you, LeBellic? Thanks for your support last night. By the way, mate, your private message, it does mean a lot. I said you guys do mean a lot to me. You're my mates. I don't have any in real life, so you guys are the closest to having real mates. So I look at my streams as hanging out with my mates. That's the way I look at it. So it was good having a good stream tonight. I think it was a pretty good stream. Wait a second, why didn't it? Oh, we already had gone up. Okay, go up. I think we had a pretty good stream tonight. That third place was awesome. In daily race C, I was really happy with that. In the VR, I shouldn't be getting much better at racing in my VR, so I'd like to mix it up a bit, like I did tonight. I don't want to do it all VR, like Marja, I think he's gone a bit too much just VR. Marge, however you say his name. Well, you need to save your money and not buy the season passes for this. Just joking. Well, that reminds me, the next PS Plus games are available today for those who are on the medium premium tier. I'll have to check those out after. I wanted to play the Uncharted ones again. I've got it on disc, but I got it, but I had to put the disc in all the time, so I'm happy now I won't have to put the disc in. Loved Uncharted series in 4. The spin-off one, whatever that was called. Still, you're going to be upset with me, Phil. I still haven't finished Last of Us, the TV series yet. I've only got to the bit where Joel's got stabbed, and you find out how Ellie got bitten. Yeah, it's got some good games this month. Yeah, I don't need to. I got to the end of that episode where I think Ellie's about to start stitching him up, and I'm trying to eat food, and I couldn't watch that when trying to eat. So I'll get back into it probably tomorrow, after my probably dinner time, or after dinner tomorrow. But yes, I do definitely need to finish it. I need to finish Last of Us Part 2. I only kind of near the start of that game. I need to get into... I know, I haven't finished Part 2. I've actually finished Part 1, but I'm playing through it again now with the remake. So good. The PS5 version is just incredible. I love the game. If anything, I recommend finishing the game and then watching the TV series. I reckon it's better that way. Play the game first, then watch the series. It's and the PS5 remake of Last of Us is incredible. It's one of my all-time favourite games. I haven't finished it on the new remake, so I need to get onto that. Oh, this is a bit tight here. And Uncharted's kind of like a close second. I don't mind Horizon games. I haven't finished either of them, but God of War, I love God of War. That's one of my favourites as well. That reminds me to play a bit more God of War Ragnarok, so my son can play a bit more, because I'm not letting him play it. I haven't finished it. I don't want to, because he has to play it in my sitting room. I'll see him playing it, so he can't go past where I am, and he's really into it now. Yeah, I know it's supposed to be 18 and he's only 12, but he's okay. It's not that bad. It's not like the God of Wars in the past that were a bit naughty and a bit graphic in some other areas. Yeah, I think they've already said they're doing season 2. And don't be angry at me, Phil, but I'm actually looking forward to Wednesday as well. I like the first series of Wednesday. I thought that was fun to watch as well. I didn't mind that. I think everybody got interested in that all because of that one song and that dance. The dance on Wednesday. Yeah, I liked it. But I've got a guilty sin I have to admit. When I was with my now ex-partner, she had a fascination for a TV series, a Scottish TV series called Outlander. And I actually enjoyed watching it with her. I really enjoyed it. And the latest seasons come out. And even though me and her are not together anymore, I'm actually watching it. I know, it's really a girly show, I know. And she loved it so much that when we finally slept together, a year and a half after being together, she had hired a castle for us to stay at for 3 nights. We had to dress up like we're Jamie and Claire. She acted the role as Wednesday brilliantly. I mean, I reckon she did an absolutely incredible job. Now, I don't know how I can do this water boom too. Because this water boom 2 requires a cabin, so I think to get the cabin the metal beams, we're out of metal beams, that's out of metal beams, that one's out of metal beams, and you need metal beams to do that. So I'd have to get them from here. So I think I can get the metal beams from here. Oh, what's that? Is that? Oh. Must be for task. It doesn't say it's available. Don't think. Freightliner. Oh. Oh, it is available. We've got 3% fuel. Has the Freightliner got any fuel? I've got a photo of her in these really nice tight short jeans, short jeans, whatever you call them. I just want to see what this thing's like to drive. Oh, look at that. Not even mud tyres. Yeah, it's going to really go well here. This truck needs... You're not going to go anywhere. And the other one, here, it's not any better. And it's got only 3% fuel. I'm not going to start that up. But yeah, it's a nice photo of this nice white tank top and these nice jeans. She reckon that she was too skinny now. I'm thinking, that's Wednesday? Oh, you know, if I was her boyfriend, I'd want her to act as Wednesday all the time. Hey, can you be Wednesday again? Can you be Wednesday? Yeah, I want Wednesday. I want Wednesday. I want Wednesday. I want Wednesday. Suppose we should finish off this one, shouldn't we? So what I'm going to do is dump the trailer here. I'm not going to drive back. We're going to recover, and we have to put the... Hey, and since we're back into fire mode, well, it doesn't have a siren, so I have to make the sound of the siren. Actually, I wonder, from here, it's worthwhile me grabbing the water. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll go there, grab some water, and we'll come over there, dump that, then we have to go back there twice. Yeah. Sadly, this add-on cannot tow trailers, so I can't tow the water trailer, which I heard's broken anyway from what I've heard somewhere. So this needs 3 trips. And I know why you want to get the, I reckon the main reason, Phil, you want to get Season Pass 3 so you can access this truck. Isn't that right, huh? That's the main reason. What I could do, and what you could do, is buy another one of these trucks, and then you just tag along and, you know, tow it. Because you got a good truck, sometimes I get two of the same truck, because, you know, they're awesome together. Lebelak, you still there, bro? If you are, let me know how you've been going at the dailies this week. Which races have you done? Have you done well? What times are you doing? Talk to me! Talk to me, or I'll start singing again. And Phil still has nightmares of my singing from my stream. Say Phil, and his neighbours hearing me sing. So how's your dailies going, Lebelak? $136, you see that, man, that's quick. You're getting better. Of course, to tell by the awesome livery you got. That livery makes a big difference. I reckon that livery gives you at least an extra 5 seconds off your lap time. $221's also pretty good, mate. So that's also good for B. I have to admit, from doing that daily race in the Audi TT, it is faster than, it is way too fast compared to all the other cars. I reckon they need to now adjust the BOP for the bloody TTs. But they need to stop shafting them so much, just slow it down a little bit. Like, you only need to make it like half a second slower than what it is, or something like that. They tend to just go a bit too hard when they adjust the BOP. Do you think we're going to get a patch for GT7 next week? Or are they, as rumoured, because the last patch was a 2-month gap, we didn't get one in December, are they moving to a patch every 2 months now, or randomly, because of... That's a little bit of my worry, because I still think GT7 needs more content added, more tracks, just to keep it fresh. They need more. They need some proper new cars. They need some proper new. They need, number one, they need some more new GR4 cars. We've had no new GR4 cars. We've had a couple of new GR3 cars. But I want to see some new GR4 cars. I want to see Lotus. I want to see some newer McLarens. I want. But do you think we're going to get a new update next week? If we don't get it next week, makes me think it's guaranteeing that they're definitely slowing down on the support for GT7 if we don't get one next week. What do you think, Labella? Do you think we'll get something next week? And if we don't get anything next week, do you think that's going to mean that they're definitely slowing down support? Which I think would be a real shame if that is the case. I know they did a pretty big update with the VR, but still. Okay, I think cut across here, then up that way. Yeah, that was probably the quickest way. Now I hope we do get an update too, because that's just going to mean if we don't, they're slowing down the support. Because we didn't get one for December, and I think I got a feeling that was, I assume that was for two reasons, because of the VR update coming out and being Christmas time. So the VR, well no, so we didn't get one for January, which would have meant they would have been working over Christmas, I mean. So we didn't get one for January, we got February, which was the big VR. So really we've only had one update this year. That was the VR update. I want some new tracks, I also want to see some new GR4 cars. And I'd happily pay for them as DLC. If that helped cover the cost of creating some more cars and stuff like that, I'd happily pay DLC for a new GR3/GR4 car pack. I would happily pay for it. And I think a lot of people would. They would. I would say 90% of people who play GT7 on a regular basis would be happy to pay for the DLC for new cars. If it was a good, no, it needed to be about like 20 new cars. It wasn't just like the drip feed that we get in the game. It would have to be a really good selection of new cars. But I'd pay for that. If it was a GR4 and GR3 pack, which had about 20 new cars, I'd happily pay for that. And a big track pack, which wasn't just one new track a month. Actually, we don't really get one new track a month. We get a new track every, like, 3 months. So, to pay for the development team to create a big thing, you know, do it. Tracks is a bit harder, I think, actually, because it'll be hard to do dailies, because if it's cars, yeah, some people might not be able to drive those cars, but tracks, I think tracks still need to be free, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to do those DLC tracks for dailies. So I think they need to do tracks, need to be free. But cars, there are some. I think a proper car pack would do really well. A new GR4 and GR3 update pack, a Lotus pack, or something like those. Things that don't affect their daily races. Yet you get something for it. People will pay for that. You can't do it you can't do a track pack, because again, then they wouldn't be able to use them for dailies. So I can understand why tracks have to be free, because of the way the whole game's set up for dailies. For cars, they could definitely do a car pack. I'd buy it day one, without hesitation. And I reckon millions other users would as well. So they wouldn't lose out, they'd make a lot of money out of it. So I remember in GT Sport, they didn't technically have a DLC. Well, they had one of that Hamilton DLC, which was just a waste of time, waste of money. But they did have a thing where certain people got selected and got the GR4 Supra, but not everyone got that. It was not available to everyone. So it's not as if they can't do that option. So having cars as a paid DLC, to me, makes sense, and I reckon people would happily pay for it. Tracks, no. Tracks wouldn't work. But cars would. You agree, Lebelic? I think Phil's disappeared, looking up some photos of Wednesday. He's trying to look for some photos of Wednesday naked after that chat. He's just disappeared. Maybe he's found something. You have to share, Phil. So what do you think about the car DLC stuff? I know tracks wouldn't work because of dailies, but I reckon cars would do well. Would you pay for a nice GR4 and GR3 pack that had like 10 new GR4 cars and 10 new GR3 cars? I know I would pay for it. Just wondering if you would. Would you pay for that, Lebelic? Would you buy a DLC pack for GR4 cars and GR3 cars? Maybe even some updated GR2 cars, I don't know, but like a race car upgrade pack. they'd have to make sure that they're not overly kind of OP, so those people buying it have an unfair advantage over those who don't. Yeah, I'd definitely pay for it. Yeah, it does depend. As long as they're not like what they did with the Nissan GDR GR3, which was basically nothing. So they'd have to, like, for example, new McLaren 720 GT3 and a 570 GR4. Lotus as a GR3 and a GR4 car, because we haven't got Lotus in the game. Stuff like that. The Legends is just stuff that they add in the freebies, but I still reckon a proper pack with some new GR3, GR4 cars makes it worthwhile for them to make a team to create the cars for the game. So the money would cover that. Cover the development costs. It could be the new updated Porsche that has a newer look, and just cars know that they're worthwhile. As I said, if it's just like a different variant of the GDR, which looks no different, yeah, I wouldn't want really that. You might get one or two of those in the pack, but as long as it's some genuinely new cars. As I said, McLarens are so old in the game. We need some new McLarens. I want to see the Senna in there. I want to see the 720, the 765 LT, their racing versions of the same cars, stuff like that. I would love to see. The new updated Porsche. The new updated version, a GR4 version of the Mercedes GT instead of the old SOS. But I do especially want to see them do an update next week. If not, they're definitely slowing down the support of GT7. And they really need to work on the bloody penalty system, big time. The war penalties are really pissing me off at the moment. And if it means dropping support for the PS4 version, they need to do that. They need to do that to bring the game further forward. They need to do that. They can still have the PS4 version could still work. It just no more online dual compatibility. So they need to stop holding the PS5 version back because of the PS4 version. If they can only get the penalty system sorted out on PS5, drop the fucking PS4 version. Stop the cross-platform play and just move on, because they've got a big competitor that's coming out later this year, and I will be getting it. Well, I do, because I'm already part of Game Pass anyway. I will be checking out Forza Motorsport. I'll be able to play that on the Xbox Series X and the PC. Probably more so the PC, because then I can use my wheel with it. Now, will I have enough fuel to get to the tanker? Or are we going to have to bring the tanker? I've got a feeling we might just have enough fuel to get to the tanker. But we're about to find out. And now that the PS5 is available just about everywhere now, and I would say the player base is far higher and far greater on PS5 now, I think it's time to move to GT7 Spec B. And Spec B should be only for PS5. They can still support races for daily race for the daily races on the PS4 version. They just don't race with PS5, which they don't anyway. But there's no more cross-platform play because you know they've still got GT Sport is still going. There's still servers. There's still people racing in GT Sports, believe it or not. Actually, I reckon there'll probably be more people playing GT Sport than there is PS4 version of GT7. Honestly, I'm not really that much of a fan of Sophie. Okay, use a version of Sophie to make the AI better. Yes, I have no problem with that. The bloody stupid smiley faces and giggling sounds and emojis, get rid of that bloody shit. That was just pathetic. Just have AI that's more better, then I'll be happy. The stupid Sophie smiley faces and all that crap, complete gimmick. Don't like it. That's why I don't like. I've not hardly even given the Sophie much of a go because of that. It's a gimmick, but incorporate Sophie properly into it. Yeah, mate, I'm in for that. But without the gimmicks, just the just have the AI there. Just make the AI more interesting. You could almost like you have difficulty levels. You got the difficulty levels even with Sophie, but you can have your normal difficulty like it currently is, and then Sophie difficulty levels, just to mix it up a bit. Because Sophie was only available for the PS5, if I remember right. That option wasn't there for the PS4 guys, was it? So we've got more differentiation now. PS4 guys don't get the VR, and they don't get Sophie. But they had to do it as a demo with Sophie because they can't. Sophie will not work on the PS4. So they can't incorporate it into the game because of PS4. So yeah, they definitely need to get rid of bloody PS4 support and give us proper AI for GT7. That's all it is. That's the only reason why we haven't got Sophie. That's why they released Sophie as like a demo, tech demo, because they can't put it into the main game because then it will break PS4 version. But they have to protect the PS4 version, which is why they need to drop it. That's the proof. That's all the proof we need. Is it raised? Or is it down? It is raised. Good. Exactly, we'll give the PS5 version so much more better AI, and I reckon it'll be able to improve the whole bloody penalty system because they'll be able to incorporate more AI into all of that as well. It's a win-win. It is time for the PS4 version to die. Well, maybe not die, but be dropped, as in the corporate. They need to differentiate the two now. And just give it support like they've done with GT Sports. And let the PS5 unleash the power of the PS5. It's already showing it's an incredible powerful system, as it is, with how good VR is. It blows my mind how good that VR is and how incorporated into that game, how smooth it is, how good it looks. It's just, yeah, I'm taken away by it, to be honest. But that makes me want to do a VR. Oh no, it's nearly midnight. No, it's only after 11 o'clock. I might do another VR stream after this. Just talking about that VR makes me want to load it up in VR. Definitely agree with that. Time to drop the AA games. If they want people to start buying PS5s, especially since they're now available, they need to drop PS4 version. Now they're saying there's only a handful of games, even to this day, that are developed just for the next gen consoles. Most games are still have been developed for the PS4 version. I know you don't like Formula 1, but I believe the next F1 game, F1 23, is only being developed for next gen consoles and PC. That's it. Codemasters have dropped Xbox, and that's what we need to start seeing with other games. We need to see some games developed solely just for next gen. Fully. That's why I'm excited to see the new Forza Motorsport, because it's being developed just for next gen. They are not doing what Sony's done and basically hold back GT5. The game's been delayed though, so we don't know when we're actually going to see Forza Motorsport. I mean, it's end of the year now. At least it's been developed solely for next gen. Some talk that it may only work on the Xbox Series X, not the S. My son's got the S. It's a great little unit for him. It keeps him happy. It does everything he wants. I think they're going to have to up their game when Forza Motorsport comes out, that's for sure. Lebelic, I think they're going to have to. Well, I think they're coming. I believe they're coming out with a DLC / standalone version, and I'm not talking about the VR version. Of for Horizon West, Horizon, and it's only going to come out on PS5. There won't be a PS4 version, only PS5. They need to start doing that. They need to drop complete. I know Spider-Man 2 is going to be next gen only. Thank God, it's PS5 only. So we're just starting to now see games being developed just for that one console, and not being held back because it also has to run on the bloody other versions. Yeah, the top tier. I've actually got it because I think I got a cheap deal on or something like that. But yeah, it's not worth it. I must say that's one area Microsoft has done a brilliant job with their Game Pass, and I do subscribe to their Game Pass because it's worth it. Because Game Pass Ultimate, I get PC games too. It's not just for the Xbox Series X, which honestly probably hasn't even been turned on in the last week. And by the way, this stream will be ending when I drop off this water. But stay tuned, I might be doing a VR stream in a second. Because talking of that VR is making me want to load it up again. My son he's finished that game and Miles, whatever it is, the kind of at the secondary thing. My son finishes that at every single difficulty level. He absolutely hammered that game. He plays it now at the hardest level. You can't get any harder. But I struggle in that game at the easiest level. He bloody absolutely annihilates it in bloody hardest level. But I struggle. I have to play it in easy because I'm not that great a gamer, to be honest. I've been playing game all my years. The only real only games I really do really well is the racing games. But I love most games. Bit of a hoarder. I get all these games. There's a lot of games I've got that I've never finished. So now after this we either go back and do one more. But that's going to be for the next stream because I've got enough time to go and do some VR. We've done an hour on here. But I want to do that VR again, so keep an eye out for a VR stream on the VR account soon. First I need to check out what games I've got to choose from. Stay safe guys, and bye for now. Happy gaming. Destiny 2, yeah, I'll have to give that a go sometime again. I want to get back into Destiny 2. Anyway, stay safe guys. Bye!